Hello YouTube, just thought I'd show you a quick thing. Today we're talking about fogged up headlights. I'm sure there's many videos of this, but you know, the more the merrier, I guess. There's always a different way or a different technique that everyone has. This is the cheap way to do it. If you go to Canadian Tire, or if you're American, any other kind of mechanics store that has anything to do with cleaning cars, mechanicals, or anything like that, you should look for something like this. It's called turtle wax polishing compound and scratch remover. Okay. Now this is not the best stuff to use. I would suggest this if you don't have a lot of time on your hands and you need something done immediately. But this, for a cheap, quick job, this is really good. I paid $6 plus tax for this, $5.99 plus tax, and works really good for the price. And always close the lid when you're done with it. I'll just show you what's inside. I've used some of it. That's the compound there. So it polishes and removes scratches. And there's many uses for this, but I found that it works great on the headlights. So here we got a Ford Taurus. This is my sister's car. And she's got it really bad. Like, just take a look at that. That's terrible. And I'll turn this is after using the compound. And I'll show you when I turn the lights on. You know, the big difference it makes, because when I drove this, I couldn't see crap at night. It was just dangerous. So there's how it is fogged up, and you can see why. The light doesn't come out, right? If we come on the other side, big difference. Look at that. Now, as you can see, it's not perfect. I need to do a little bit more to it, and there's still a bit of bumps here and there and there. Now, if you're wondering how your lights get yellowed, it's actually a continuous thing done from just driving. When you drive, little particles, such as small dirt particles, anything like that, will jump up. You know, just they're in the air, bugs, whatever, will come off the ground and it'll slam against the headlight plate, because the car's moving so fast it indents into the plastic. Like here, there's I just cut myself. Excuse me. Okay, I cut myself. Excuse my language. Cut myself. But there's little particles in there, and that's what makes it go yellow. The yellow is dirt particles. That's why it turns yellow and gets all fogged up. Small particles, right? I would suggest doing this in warm weather. You could probably do it in the winter, but I wouldn't suggest it because you need water to wash it off and dry it off with a towel, or more preferably some kind of cloth like this, right? Not paper towels. And now I'm going to show you how you do it. It's extremely simple. So what you do is you get a paper towel like so. And you get the polishing compound and scratch remover. This one's turtle wax, right? You open that up, you get a towel like this. You usually only need one, but because this is cheap paper towel, you're going to need about two. You're going to want to fold it up in a four. So because this is the cheap stuff, you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to fold it this way. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat. And then fold it this way. Now, I'm going to take my turtle wax and open it up like that. And because we're getting rid of this car soon, this is mainly why I'm using cheap stuff. We're getting rid of this car very, very soon. So we're just doing something while we can. So just get about, you don't need much, just about that much, right? Keep forgetting to zoom in, about that much will do. It's hard to see because paper towel's white too, but now what you do is you just take that compound and rub it lightly across the entire headlight, like this, okay? Again, this is the cheap, quick way of doing this. There are other methods to make it look a lot better when it's done. It takes much longer though. This is why I'm saying this is the cheap, quick method for those who don't have time and need it done immediately. You can't see at night because their headlights are fogged up so terribly. Okay, so as you can see, it's spread across the headlight like that. And you can rub in what side you have. This will, if it falls apart, you just fold it like that. And you just take your hand like this and just rub it in. Just rub it in. don't need extremely firm pressure, but make sure you give it an adequate amount of pressure. Try to stay in one line. Don't do it in circles or whatever, especially with this cheap stuff. It doesn't clean up as good that way. So quite simply, just keep doing this until it's done. Okay, now that we're done, we're going to wash it with water. Always remember, like I said before, to cover up your turtle wax or it will dry up and become solidified, and it's much harder to use that way and isn't as efficient. Get a piece of towel again and fold it up again. I'm just going to do it quick here. Put a little warm water on it. Jesus. Let me do it that way. Just, there we go. Just give it some pressure, like that, just to get in the remaining compound and wash it up a bit, like that. Jeez, I'm just doing a quickie here, but like I said, it's the cheap and quick way of doing it. And the proper way is still cheap too. It's just takes a lot longer. And as you can clearly see, it's already looking just fabulous, like a brand new car almost. Okay, there we are. Now, as a final thing, you just spray it with water like that. Make sure that when you're also doing this to not get any the rubbing compound within the light. You don't want that. That can create problems. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to turn it on and see what it looks like. Looks a lot better than before. It's still not going to need a bit more. If we come in close here, take a look here, you can see that's still a bit fogged up and there's still particles in there. I don't know if the camera's getting it. They can just see small little particles. They look like dents in the headlight, per se. And some of those are dents. Some of them aren't particles, some of them are dents. And the only way to get rid of that is to do it the proper way, the longer way, which actually you take small sandpaper, and you got to get the kit for this, or the right type of sandpaper if you know what you're doing, and it actually takes off a small layer of plastic, so and then you can polish it up and it'll look clean again. If you've never done that before, I advise getting a kit, just for the fact that when you use sandpaper, it will create scratches, and then you have to polish it, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could make it even worse. So anyways, as you can see, it is still a bit fogged up though, so basically just keep rubbing in more and more until just keep rubbing in a bit more until you're satisfied with the way it looks for the meantime, and you'll be able to at least see properly at night to begin with. So there you go. Looks a lot better. Anyways, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll upload more soon. If you have any complaints or comments or suggestions or anything like that, just comment. I like constructive criticism, so don't blame me if I made a mistake. I will put annotations up, whatever's needed. So thanks for watching. I hope this was educational, helped, whatnot. Trust your Fords, and there you go. I'll see you next time.